Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well and welcome back to Day 4 Thrustmaster's Sky Wars, the final. I've got my friend Bear here. Hello Bear.
Hi Cap, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And what have we got today?
It's the finals.
Yay.
The teams have got it. 8 invited teams started this last weekend and they fought it out and we're down to the last 2 teams.
Which is of course Toro and TMC. Toro starting off in the red, TMC in the blue. And this is a best of 5 for the final, Bear.
It's the best of 5, correct? So the winners need to at least win by 1 after 2 rounds. There's been 6 previous matches to get you, the 4 quarterfinal matches and the 2 semi-finals yesterday. And of those 6, 5 of them all went 3 rounds. Only the first match, the Tor versus Lock-on Greece, was 1 and 2 rounds.
Wow, that's weird. I'm trying to think what that means. It means something, Bear, and I'm too stupid / tired to understand what it means. But does it mean that the teams they must mean that they're pretty fair teams in that case then? If they were unfair teams, then, you know, it would all be done in 2 rounds, right?
Yes, I think it means that there's close to a balance, because the teams are so small, with only 2 pilots on each side. There is very little room for errors. Cost a lot. So losing 1 player all of a sudden halves the amount of weapons in the game, you know, which is very different to a 4v4 or 5v5, 6v6, 7v7, or 8v8, which I think makes a difference in it. It's just rather fascinating that, yeah, quarterfinals, TMC versus No Escape Zone, 2-1 to TMC, GRC to Taro, 2-1 to Taro, JTFF with NMS, 2-1 to NMS. Yesterday's matches, TMC 2-1 against Tor, and the second one, Taro, 2-1 against NMS. So,
that's
just
weird.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Well, viewers, we could go, as this is best of 5. I think that means we could have 5 rounds today, if I've done my maths right.
Absolutely, we could. I mean, imagine winning when it's 2-2. That would be the ultimate case. The ultimate scenario tonight would be level 2 rounds each.
Yeah.
Going into the 5th with a decider, because I'm pretty sure the person after that one's gonna take home the big bucks.
And the 5th will be decided by gun skill.
Starling says in chat that he loves the bare metal with black livery.
Right. So, Bear, no excuses to not get up to very high speed today. We've got an awful big run-up. That said, because we are travelling further, that means fuel conservation is going to be a little bit more important. This reminds me a bit more of a Seitel match. We have those huge starts, which really adds to the tactics of fuel conservation and stuff.
Yeah, with Bullseye being 100 miles away and the bases being almost 200 miles away, this fuel is definitely going to play a role. Remember, they don't need to RTB, so there is that benefit, but with the combat zone being so big and so large, with so much space to roam around it, a fuel game can be one of the options in a strategy. Not a nice strategy, but a strategy nonetheless.
Right, 60 miles to go. Expect missiles at about 40 miles, slightly under. Kingston turning in for a shot. Boomstick away. Kingston fires, Dobber fires, everyone fires.
So everybody relative co-alt 40,000 taking shots are interesting. Looks like both missiles are targeting Pyrox. Both missiles from TMC going to northerly position, and TMC doing what they did yesterday with their shackle.
It's not a waste of a missile firing them both on one guy, because they're fired at the same range and the same parameters. Surely if one misses, both are going to miss.
In fact, I think Kingston's missile lost lock immediately after shooting it, because it doesn't look like it's tracking anymore. However, Dobber's missile does look like it's still got a chance. Pyrex there getting the warning and opting to go cold instead of the notch. But Aspar is clean. So I think Kingston's missile was supposed to be on Aspar.
Roger.
And it dropped lock.
That's unfortunate. And look at the altitude differences. Blue have kept their altitude, Angels 35. Reds have traded.
Yeah, they've just dropped down straight to the deck. At least Aspar's midway down. I am supportive of staying up high, maintaining the thinner air and a better view. Kingston's in trouble with that missile behind him.
Always worries me.
But no, he's clean. And the fuel efficiency is better higher up. So at the moment, TMC with a slight fuel advantage. However, both Taros being hot on TMC while TMC are cold, they've been chased back a bit by those missiles and only turning back in right now.
Aspar got up to 20,000 feet, was hot on. Dobber fired at 20 miles. Dobber's fired back at a strange angle, but he has fired back. Dobber's going to make easy work of that. And Aspar probably the same. Kingston hot, firing at someone. At a cold Aspar. No, it's not. No, he's not. He's fired at Pyrox. And Pyrox stayed down low all that time. He had all the time to get up, and he didn't. I don't know why that was. It's a bit late now, because he's got a missile coming towards him.
Yeah, starting to climb, burning the fuel, coming up towards him. Kingston's got a missile on him. Hopefully it's still tracking. Looks like it's Pitbull, and Pyrox is now heading into the notch, we believe. Pyrox opting to go cold.
Terrain, I should say, viewers, there is none. It's pretty much flat land. So, lots of big, long shots. Difficult for guys to get close to each other because no cover. That said, we are 13 miles now. Missile from Kingston on Aspar at Angels 10. Could trouble him. I know how high Kingston is. High and fast. Raining missiles down. Now, Kingston went cold and he didn't need to, but I guess... I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, they're playing it safe.
Right. So they're playing the chainsaw, and you know whether they get fired or not, he's still going cold, whether it's fired on or not.
Yeah, so there's definitely sensibility into it. Now it's interesting that they're both turning hot at the same time. So 2 hot against 1 hot, 1 cold. Aspar's going to slowly turn in. It looks like Paro also setting up their chainsaw. Pyrox having a shot off at one of the 2 TMCs, and Aspar turning in while Pyrox goes cold. So good chainsaw set up by the Taro. They are low on the deck. Kingston is getting down low and dirty again now, while Dobber maintains some altitude.
Dobber safe. Kingston, good shot there, 8 miles, although it was from low altitude, so I don't suspect it will reach. 1,000 knots, 900 knots, 800 knots, that's beaten. Oh, Bear, I don't like the fact that there's nothing to hide behind.
Yeah, this is why they're playing safe, I believe. You know, there's teams that have a motto, in notch we trust. Mm-hmm. They would push it a little bit more, but also, remember, only 4 Fox 3s for each pilot, so they need to be very conservative. Pyrox has just fired his second last one. Aspar still got 2 on the jet with his 2 Fox 2s. Meanwhile, Kingston is out of Fox 2s, and so is Dobber. So, Tara has seriously been more conservative with their Fox 2s. Fox 3s, where TMC were a little bit more lenient. Kingston now, with no Fox 2s going in, he needs to...
He's facing an AMRAAM.
He's in trouble here.
He's in trouble. That's not going to work, Kingston. That's not going to work. Pop, and he's down on... Yeah.
First splash.
Right.
Robert.
Let's have a look at the... Okay, 1 AMRAAM with Aspar. Oh yeah, they've both got medium-range missiles. They've both got a stick, a medium-range stick left. Dobber has nothing. Only Sidewinders. So somehow they kept TMC at bay and retained their missiles. Well done, I guess.
Yep, conservative play, and it can pay off at the end. Missile out from both of them. It's not looking good for Dobber unless he can commit to that good notch.
No,
Can't go cold at this one.
Can't do anything. Oh, hello!
Pushed it into the ground. Well done.
Wow.
Starling, evasions at high altitude. That's the thing at the moment.
All medium range sticks have now. It's now a dogfight. Only aim 9's left, assuming he beats. Oh, he's not going to beat it, is he? He is. It's a dogfight. Oh my goodness! I was not expecting this. Right, he hasn't got enough missiles to win this.
Means missiles and bombs.
Splash! Oh, gee! Talk about friggin' Close one.
Well done, Toro. It definitely paid off being a little bit more conservative on those missiles. 1-0 to Toro.
Welcome back, viewers. Round 2, Toro blue, TMC red. As far as I could see, the simple fact is that TMC ran out of medium-range missiles while Toro didn't, and that led to a win.
95% of the time, what you said is correct, yes. I can't... It was still a Fox 2 kill, so...
Yeah.
So it wasn't a Fox 3 kill for the end, which I guess makes it slightly different.
Yeah.
Up and away for both teams. Starling says that any other kind of game he's glad to, but PvP and DCS gives him anxiety.
Yes, me too.
Not only the anxiety, it's hair loss. It drives me to drink tea.
Gain 20 pounds.
From Long Island, I guess.
Sticks away. Right, I'm going to guess it's a carbon copy. One missile out so far. 2, 3. Is Dobber going to do it?
And is Kingston's missile going to track this time?
Look how Dobber's not firing. So I reckon they've had a team chat and said, look, we can't waste missiles.
Definitely, that's one of the options. The other option is I couldn't lock the target and too late, got a turn.
Altitude, Pyrox, deck, Aspar, 10,000 feet. Kingston, his obligatory 40,000 feet, of which he never seems to change from. Dobber, 30,000 feet. Dobber in probably most danger. With an AMRAAM that speed, that is definite danger coming up. I think he's adjusted and turned away. Yes, he has.
I can't remember if we've seen any long bomb kills.
There's one. There was one upset, and I can't remember what it was, when it was, but I do remember one. But
must have been in the quarterfinals, not in the semis.
Yeah, and that shows how good everyone is. You know, no one getting caught out by those long bombs, and it is easy. I've been caught out by lots of long bombs, so I've got their S together. And loads of close misses, though, especially Kingston. He loves an AMRAAM right next to his tushy. Right, strange in that we have both blues hot, reds both cold, although double recommitting now. Kingston's ditched some altitude in the end, probably so he could turn round, I imagine. Pull those G's, sir. Right, I think, is that a new missile? Yes, that's a new missile fired. So roles are reversed this time. Blues have fired more missiles, or Toro fired more missiles.
They don't want to be the last ones with missiles. Right. Is it going to pay off?
Dobber is dodging at 30,000 feet and AMRAAM at 1,100 knots, and I reckon he's got that one in the bag. Yep.
I like this Starling guy. This is 10,000 years of warfare innovation, and we're back to throwing sticks at each other. Yep. Sticks that go up 2.5.
Yep.
And but sticks nonetheless. Yeah, that's where we are. All right, nice shot out from Kingston. Good altitude at Pyrox, it looks like. Pyrox returns the favor from slightly lower, 10,000, 15,000 feet lower, and already in a crank. Kingston's opting to pull that missile cold. Pyrox is doing the same thing. Aspar turning hot in on Dobber, who is just trying to sneak his way around the last missile at a hefty 28.3.
Possible danger. This is coming in at 12. No, he's fully cold. He went fully cold. That'll be outrun. And Kingston went fully cold as well. Initiating 1 times chainsaw. Dobber's got to find Aspar now. And vice versa. Because they are only 15 miles away from each other. Dobber's found him. Aspar's not. Missile out 15 miles, 25,000 feet. Red's maintaining the altitude again. Aspar's fired back. This is a good missile on Aspar. I see good things in this missile's future.
Yeah, that missile
It lost it. It lost track. He turned before it went purple.
Okay, Dobber is becoming expensive in this round. He's taking a second shot, but he had good parameters on Pyrox. Yes, that is a nice one. Pyrox isn't reacting it. If that's tracking, that's a problem for Pyrox.
It's 1,800 knots, 1,700 knots. It's 1,500 knots, 1,400 knots, 1,300 knots. Pyrox has got fast, and he has outrun it. Well done.
He has. Now the good thing and the bad thing about that is the fact that Pyrex didn't get to fire a missile out, and Dobber is cold. Dobber's cold from the missile that was coming from Aspar. In trying to conserve the missiles, in this place where we didn't get the volley, we didn't get the trade of the missiles, it's now leveled the playing fields with Tara catching up in the sense of saving missiles.
Roger. Kingston's fired at 10 miles. Fuel is a consideration. With Toro spending all of their time on the deck, they're going to be burning a lot more fuel than TMC. There's a good shot there from Pyrox on Dobber, and vice versa. Well, everyone's just exchanging medium-range sticks. Dobber's done what he needs to do, and Pyrox has done what he needs to do. And we're back to square one. Look at that. Look how equal these teams are. Altitude's pretty much the same. Distance is pretty much the same. Position in relation to team members and orientation's pretty much the same. Loadout's probably pretty much the same by now.
Checking the loadouts, Kingston's still got one long stick or medium range stick at least.
Got to make it count. He's got to do a sub 8 mile shot.
Dobber still has one. Looking at the Taro side, we've got Taro still has one.
Kingston's bottled it.
Both Taros have one, so there's one stick each for everyone.
Basically, we've just reset the match, viewers, except everyone's now on the deck and 10 miles away from each other. Chainsaws in action. One goes hot, one goes cold. One goes hot, one goes cold. Someone's always facing forward. Dobber and Pyrox are next, facing up 9 miles. 8 miles. That's just within kill parameters for Ram.
Exchanged missiles there from Dobber and Pyrox, both turning cold. Pyrox's missile, Dobber's missile is good, but Pyrox is going to outrun it.
Come on, 1100, 1000. He's outrun it. Man, F-16 is fast. Fast. You could not do... I didn't think you could do this in F-15, or definitely not a Hornet.
What we have interesting now is Aspar and Kingston are the only two left with long sticks, with AMRAAMs left. They're facing head-to-head. This is a duel.
This could be a mirror. This could just be a friggin' mirror at the moment. Everyone's replicating it. Aspar has done a thing. No, he's cranking. What's he cranking for?
Both of them opted not to fire their last AMRAAMs. Wow. Very good. Well done.
The psychology is getting crazy because... no one wants to be the guys that run out of sticks first.
And I mean, it's not possible for them to realize that Pyrox and Dobber are now heading in at each other, and the fact that neither of them have long sticks. That feint was that. Wow, the psychological effect of that in the sense of why did you not shoot 2 AIM-9s? I hope there's flares.
Yep, Dobber's done his. I don't think the missile's got the legs. And what the hell did Aspar fire at? I don't know. Missile does not have the legs, but it's all getting mushed up now. Aspar's committed. Come on, Kingston.
Aspar fired a Fox 2, not a Fox 3.
Anything could happen here, viewers. Anything. But Kingston's the only guy who's not being aggressive. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, we got starting say Kingston smells blood in the water, and Dempton Randon says he's humming the theme from Jaws. That's it. There we go.
That's exactly what's happened. No, why? Why? He fired it on a cold aspect. It's not going to reach. It's Kingston, no. It's like 3 miles max.
Poor shot, but hopefully something happens with it.
No one's got sticks. It's dogfight. No, it's all too far. Oh, Kingston's the only one that's going to get caught out here, I think.
And flares out from Kingston.
That's a kill shot.
Made a big difference. Yep. Splash 1 for Kingston.
Woo!
Well done. That's on Aspar. Pyrex is hot on Kingston's
He's
tail.
guns only.
Kingston
He's no threat.
Guns only. There we go. Kingston needs to let Dobber know where Pyrex is.
Very hard to get a guns kill against someone at 600, 700 knots viewers. They'll just jink. Oh, Dobber. Has Dobber got no missiles? Oh, yes he has. But he's got to be careful. So careful not to shoot his friend down. I'd almost not dare take the shot in this scenario.
No, kill them if you've got a shot. Kill them if you know who it is.
What an ending for this round, viewers. One missile doesn't appear to be
there. It goes.
Oh, shots! Wow, what a match that is, viewers. What a match that is. Mirrored all the way, stick for stick for stick. Loads of pilot anxiety going on because no one dared, people didn't dare fire their sticks, and understandably, because we saw what happened in the first match. Kingston went friggin' Braveheart on everyone's arse, almost cocked it up, but just managed it, shot the guy, and then The other Toro only had guns. What was he going to do? Tried to, there's not much he can do at that point. Great match. Really, just by the finest of margins. Welcome back. Round 3. Ooh, that was exciting, Bear.
Extremely exciting. 1-1. Toro and TMC definitely making that was the most fun match to watch in this tournament so far.
That was absolute top-notch DCS as well, because how mature both sides were, especially TMC though. They wanted to fire, constantly wanted to fire, but they waited until they had just the right shots. So they didn't run out of missiles until Toro ran out of missiles, literally stick for stick, and that's what gave us that cool ending at the end.
It did. TMC were more conservative initially, and then there was that one sort of set of the grind or the chainsaw where there was no shots from one side, and they took it back to level. And it also, I mean, the stars aligned in the sense of the two pilots with long sticks ended up facing against each other, and the ones without didn't. So
it's one for the record.
Bigger separation now between the two, both laterally and width as well as depth. With Toro still remaining constant, come in together, split to 10 miles. Dobber's nose is clearly on Aspard, which is the cross target, and there's the shot out from him. Where I have minor issue with it, I understand, and they've done it every round, it's 35 nautical miles to that, but Pyrox was 30 miles away, so it had 5 miles less to travel if you shoot straight.
Yeah, that's a fair comment. So is there any benefit at all from firing across?
There is. I do think that they would need to switch around or switch it up a little bit to be a little bit less predictable. They would see RWR-wise which side the missile came from and that, as well as the fact that the TAC views are available to all the pilots. Pros and cons, Kingston choosing not to fire a missile, and they're going for their shackled. This time Pyrox and Aspar have not crossed sides.
Where's Dobber? There he is.
Yeah, Dobber's pulling a missile cold with him, but Kingston's crossing over, and they're trying to create a great separation between the two. That's a big separation, 14 miles.
Look at Toro's altitude. They're not under pressure, but they're still down on the deck.
They're hurting the jamon, making sure that the sheep are still good on the ground, and making the most beautiful, pure, what is it called? Preserved ham.
There we go. That's important, guys. Right, Kingston's beaten his missile, I think. God, he's got to be careful. Oh, God, he's got to be careful. Oh, God, he's got to be careful. Yep. Oh, jeez. Well, look at that.
Yeah, Kingston's got a nap at a TWS shot on the two. Now, that is the downside of being too close together. If you have two planes that are close together and within the gimbal limits, it is certainly possible to do that. But will that pay off?
Well, the first one was a wasted shot, Bear, because he turned out of... He didn't wait until it was active, so the first one lost track straight away. That's the problem. But that said, Kingston didn't fire to begin with, so he had a missile to burn. Right, Dobber hot, but there's no good at firing at 15 miles because Toro are down on the deck. If you're going to trouble them down there, you've got to fire well within 10 miles.
I don't think Kingston had enough speed behind those missiles, and firing from a little bit too far away, a waste of 2 missiles, taking his 4 AMRAAMs down to 2 in one go. If he had Mach Jesus speed, maybe it could have helped. But reset and back in. Toro with a shot off from Pyrox on Dobber, and Dobber with an equal one. Dobber's missile seems to be traveling a little bit faster, but Pyrox is really cold.
He's going to outrun that. Oh, no, he's beaten it. He's beaten the radar on it. And Dobber's not going to be troubled by that. It's interesting to see... Oh, no! Kingston's out. Oh, come on. Dagnammit.
No, he's back. But is it a sign of him being out?
Yeah, is it negative? Is it minus 2,000 feet? He's out.
And there he goes. Oh, what a shame. What a shame.
What a way to lose a battle. It's so unfair. And it's bad for the viewers as well. And there's nothing we can do about it. Oh, well. Dobber, how many missiles have you got? 2. Well, you better make a...
More than enough. But now it's time for full aggression. You need to go balls to the wall and get that into their faces. You've lost your pilot. You've got to go and attack them. Especially,
Yeah.
there's no time to posture. You've got to get as close as possible.
Yeah.
Don't shoot from far.
And he shoots from far. Well,
Get close. 6 miles, 5 miles, please.
Pyrox is going to chase him down now. One interesting thing is seeing the way they vary, the tactics they vary. Toro, love being on the deck. I know they're not now, but they do tend to be. Whereas TMC love being at 30, 40,000 feet. But neither really seems to benefit either way. It seems to equal itself out. Right, missiles out at 8 miles.
Split S from Dauber with 2 hot missiles in on him. Unsure of what that second 120. Both of them are 120s. Is Dauber going to be able to get away from this one? Is very, very close. Very, very, very close.
Oh, wowie. One of the closest ones yet, but he's not dodging that one.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yes, he is.
Last minute judge.
All right.
Dauber, you need to
6
pull a
miles.
rabbit out of a hat. Now's the time.
Come
Now's
on.
the time.
Fox
Pyrox.
2, here we go. And it's head on. Oh, but he's not going to beat that AMRAAM, no, is he? Or is he? No, surely not. Pop.
Round 3 to Pyrox and Aspar. Very unlucky for TMC to have that disconnect. It's the third one of the tournament, unfortunately, but that's the way the game goes.
Right, we're off, viewers. Round 4. Now, can TMC come back? Bearing in mind, I've got that anxiety now of, the technical fault.
Without a doubt, locus of control is required in the sense of put what you can control in the forefront and try and put that out of your head so you can focus on it. A greater separation now between Toro pilots. They opted for sort of 10 to 15 initially.
Yeah.
They've gone for the greater separation where they're passing 20 now. Toro choosing to go wider than they normally do. That is going to affect the crossover that TMC have been employing in the last 3 rounds. So big up to the teams for working out that they can alter the strategy by having a wider separation.
Roger.
Makes a difference.
Right, here we go. 40 miles. They're doing their crossover again, but yeah, he's really going to have to work that angle now. Sticks out from blue. Sticks out
So
from
Pyrox gets a 30-mile shot on Kingston, the closest bandit, and Kingston takes a 40-mile shot.
Yeah,
on
that doesn't make any sense at all. And Red's cross. Woo! Airshow style. Oh,
Kingston getting the warning and opting to
it's fast there. It's fast. 1400. 1300. Kingston had to go ballistic there to 1200. 1100. Oh, that was closer than I like.
Absolutely. Time to turn.
Woo! Wowie. Now, I'm suspecting Toro are going to stay down on the deck. They just like fighting like a cat on their back with their claws facing up. I don't know why, but it works for them. And I suspect TMC will stay up at 30,000 feet.
2 completely different strategies going up against each other makes for a very exciting match. We're sitting at 2 rounds to 1. So there's pros and cons in both rounds, both methods.
Yep. Right. TMC aggressing. Toro with the cross.
I'm hoping to see missiles fired from closer ranges. They are taking them from way too far away. 10 miles is maybe good 3, 4, 5 years ago, but nowadays we've got to get into the 5 mile, 6 mile, and 7 mile bracket. Even that's borderline too far.
25-mile shot there. Probably won't trouble anyone. Right, going to try and count the missiles.
Toro have fired more missiles than TMC. By 1.
Yep. Dobber's getting the chuff out of there.
Missiles are even. Now advantage to Toro because Kingston fires
So
too.
that's firing at someone on the deck at 15 miles. I just don't see the point of it.
Yeah, you've got especially when there's no warning on you.
Well, you watch it, he'll probably kill him now, but I don't know.
That's the commentator's curse.
Right, Kingston fires on Aspar. Oh, actually, look at Pyrox missile. Look at that Pyrox missile. That's 15-mile shot. I'll take it back. That was actually very close.
Yeah, Pyrex has had that RWR warning in the back of his plane for the last few minutes. Just can't shake it. Like, I know it's here somewhere. Maybe you can even see it.
I think Dobber's maybe got an opportunity here. I reckon he can get within 10 miles of Pyrox if he's quick, which he is. No, Pyrox has seen it and gone cold. Aspar's covering.
So I need to switch to Aspar. Yeah, switch to Aspar.
Yeah. Switch to Aspar and 13 miles. It's fired at 13 miles. Aspar will no doubt respond.
But without firing a missile back. So
Yeah.
again, advantage to Toro. They are now a missile ahead.
A missile ahead, which is...
And
Yeah.
Dobber not turning cold,
Ooh.
meaning that... I mean, sorry, turning cold.
Right, yeah,
Meaning
yeah.
for no reason whatsoever, just giving up space. All right, well, here's now something interesting. Dobber has realized that he wasn't fired on, so he has... Where is that missile going?
That's
oh, my
going
goodness.
Kingston,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's tracking Kingston. But Dobber in a
Good shot. That's
that.
a kill shot. Maybe. Maybe.
There are missiles trading both sides. This could be a trade.
Oh, Dobber. Well done, Dobber. He ditched it.
We good?
No, Pyrox ditched it. Right. I've lost count of the missiles, but...
Toro one missile ahead of TMC.
2 now. Lots of people firing off board for some reason. It's very popular at the moment. Right, that's a 7-mile shot, but Toro's so good at staying low, 9G turn, and evading those missiles low down. That is their thing.
Toro have 3 long sticks left, where TMC do not have that luxury.
So Toro very good at coordinating their chainsaw. I mean, this is the first time it's possibly broken down, but they've always had a man hot when it's mattered. Right, here come the sidewinders. Right, and I know which I'm going to bet on, and that's going to be the AMRAAM. Jesus, he's dead. He's dead. Kingston swapping.
Kingston shooting
5
his
miles.
final AMRAAM on Aspar.
Kingston ditches it very low. Aspar. It's going to be a 1-on-1. Oh, that is so unfair. That was 25 feet. Oh, got a feel for Kingston there now. Has Pyrox, the hot man, got medium range sticks? He has not. No medium range sticks. What about Aspar? He has, but he's cold. Oh, anything could happen here. 7 miles. Kingston's fired a Sidewinder. Pyrox Sidewinder. At 5 miles, I doubt either of those will reach. And they haven't. They've both been duped. Aspar has a medium-range missile, and he can now chase and shoot down Kingston at will. Right. Now Kingston's in all kinds of hurt. He's got to somehow dodge this AMRAAM that's about to come at him. And then be in a position to dodge AIM-9s. There's the AMRAAM, and it was fired a little... No, that's a kill shot. Not much you can do about that, viewers. And they're out!
Toro win the first Thrustmaster Viper Sky Wars competition. 2v2 F-16 only. Congratulations, Toro. 3 rounds to 1. What a fantastic show your team has brought to this competition. Thank you so very much. And hard luck, TMC. You put your heart into it. Unlucky with 2 disconnects. A disconnect in this match, as well as one in the first round. But what a great sport you guys have been. Well done for making it this far. Cap, that was fantastic.
It was very good. 2 points spare. One, I don't feel so bad about getting knocked out, because we were knocked out by Toro, who have gone on to win the competition. Secondly, and more importantly, their ability to hold the low ground. Obviously, their tactic is, like I said, fighting low down, having a perfectly organised chainsaw, and wearing the other team down, and And I think because they're lower down, maybe, and they have that extra ability to evade missiles, maybe that's why they're conserving missiles better as well. I mean, at least in this setup, 2v2 F-16s, it ended up being the ultimate tactic.
It did. Now, in those grinders, you need to push the limits. Both players need to push the limits in the sense of get as close as possible to before you fire the shot. And what was happening is sometimes TMC were preemptively or firing prematurely at too far a distance, which gave Toro the ability to turn cold and not have to fire, giving them an extra missile to do an extra loop of that grind.
I think TMC are not used to fighting, not used to seeing at that 15 miles people at 1,000 feet. I think they're used to fighting other teams who are 20,000 feet at that point, and therefore the 15-mile shot is okay. But fighting Toro, who were down on the deck, it kind of messed their muscle memory, their ranges up.
Definitely, absolutely. That Toro's strategy of staying low on the deck definitely paid off, especially considering the fact that the teams don't need to RTB. So fuel, although is a factor to an extent, they don't need to work their way down to bingo being, do I have enough fuel to return home? They need to manage their fuel to get the last kill, so they don't have to fly the 100 miles back home. So that makes a difference. But both teams have are in the same situation, so it does balance itself out.
It'd be interesting to know if they developed this tactic purely for this competition, because they knew that they could not worry about fuel as much. Oh, and then we're kicked out. Right, Bear. Anyway, we shouldn't gander on much longer. It was a great competition. Thank you for Thrustmaster for doing it and allowing us to watch it. It was fun. Anything else from Bear?
No. Well done to JTFF for hosting the servers. Well done to Gemini for writing the brand new scripts for this competition. No scripting errors or anything like that took place. So well done to you on that one. I know exactly how hard that can be. All of those at Thrustmaster for the prizes that the pilots both teams that came first and second will be getting prizes from Thrustmaster. They'll be in touch with them.
Roger. Thanks, Bear. Viewers, hope you enjoyed that, and bye-bye.